Hi, I'm Carole Sawo, and I want to talk to you about a confirmation bias. Confirmation biases are operating in our own mind all of the time, and so if you don't know what one is, then you'll be needing to listen to this video so I can tell you. Confirmation biases traditionally are taught in psychology as cognitive biases, so these just mean cogs of the mind and how our mind often plays tricks on us. And a confirmation bias is actually a twofold bias. So the traditional way of teaching it is that essentially you'll only see and look for information and evidence to confirm what you already think is true. So what your already existing prior belief about something is that's sitting in your unconscious. You'll only look in the environment for evidence that supports that. The reason why a confirmation bias is twofold is because it also has this operational effect by which you will not see or hear or notice information that does not support your bias. So let me give you an example. In every day, let's use online dating. So that's a whole nother lecture that I normally do in a classroom somewhere. But for now, just let me tell you, when you go onto the internet and you watch somebody's profile and you check out their information, if you start to form a belief about that person that they're really cool, really nice and really fun, then any information that I give you to tell you that that's not true about that person, you're not going to like, because your belief system is already going to be internalizing this image of this person, this fantasy image that you now believe is true. You will then search perhaps the internet or other pieces of information for evidence to prove that what you hold in your belief system is true, and that if me or anybody else gives you any information contrary to that, you'll find it hard to process it. In fact, you just might not see it. The reason why you need to understand what a confirmation bias is, and I've just used the example of online dating, is because in everyday life, if we are unconsciously holding these biases, then we think about somebody or something in a particular way. And then we look for information to confirm that. So let's say in everyday life, a work colleague. Supposing somebody says, okay, this new person's going to join us in the office and they're not really very nice. It would take quite a strong mind to be independent enough to say, well, actually, I'll form my own opinion, and be able to really form your own opinion. And by opinion is the beginning of a belief system, you see. But if somebody has a mind that's very gullible or very influenced by other people, then the moment somebody says, oh, you wait till this other person turns up, you wait to see what they do and how they behave, then the moment that person walks in the room, their number has already been cast. Because in fact now what's going to happen is you will unconsciously look for information to prove the bias is true. So you'll only then look for information about that person that upholds the newly formed belief system, which is that they're not very nice. Now they might do something really nice and kind, but you, maybe other people then can't see that or won't see that, because the bias is actually twofold. Confirmation biases get in our way all of the time. They stop us from seeing what's really there. They unfortunately give credit to our belief systems, and our belief systems are often not true. Unless we've investigated our belief systems, some of the beliefs that we hold just about everyday objects, nothing serious here, just in communication with other people, we think we've heard something, we think we've seen something, or we think we know something, and then all we'll do is look for information to confirm that we're right, and then it can cause all sorts of problems. The only way that you can be sure when you meet people, when you're reviewing information, or I teach forensics, so in the forensic world, if you're actually looking for somebody, the only way you can not be a victim of your own confirmation bias is to consider that you might be.